Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Suspect was taken into custody at 10 p.m. local time in less than 36 hours. To my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
I ask you just some clarification. So a pastor was able to turn him in, or they got the family of the shooter to turn them in?
Well, it was a minister, and the minister and his good friend is a top U.S. Marshal, and they took it from there, and then it was a father got involved, namely his father, and said, we got to go in. And they, the facts are the facts. We have the person that we think is the person we're looking for.
Yo, what up, my fellow common sense revolutionaries, y'all? We got good news today, y'all. We have good news. We got him. Yes, y'all, they caught the deranged lunatic who assassinated our true American patriot, Charlie Kirk, y'all. So on today's show, y'all, we're going to go over the new details of the arrest, and we have new details on the motive of why this guy took away one of our real, true American patriots, y'all. We're going to look at all that, y'all, and try to make it make some sense on today's episode. Let's go, y'all.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits.
You guys have it. He's caught. And I'm glad that the governor detailed specific things that led to his capture, just so there's no speculation or no conspiracy theories made, or like all of a sudden they found him, all of a sudden he becomes this guy, all of a sudden they found all this material, because you guys got to believe that the liberals is going to try to make this conversation all about something else, y'all. They're not, because they know this one is on them. They know that rhetoric, that propaganda that they always spoon is out here radicalizing these young, sick people to commit these deranged acts. And I'm so glad that we have a law enforcement agency, a president, and a government who's transparent, who we can see what's happening. Like even today, like even Benny Johnson went on this thing and he gave out a detailed description of this guy's personal life, y'all. Check this out. Like this is how transparent that this information is being about how this guy, who this guy is, and why this guy did what he did. I'm talking about this is just as transparent as can be, man. Just check it out.
The evidence, data, and information has now been officially confirmed. Let's begin. Tyler Robinson was raised in Utah. His father is a 27-year veteran of the police force. He's a cop. His mother works with disabled children. Their family is Republican. He has 2 younger brothers. Tyler Robinson grew up gaming, fishing, hunting, and being an outdoorsman in Utah. He was a good shot, according to those who knew him. Tyler Robinson, now in custody, was admitted to university in Utah, Utah State University, and was radicalized by a very active Antifa chapter there, along with other left-wing ideological groups. This is all according to the governor and FBI, who rapped earlier this morning.
I mean, now there you have it. There's your culprit. There's your deranged lunatic. Now, what you guys are gonna try to convince us that for somehow this kid from a normal life, from a normal conservative American life, all of a sudden gets radicalized by you liberal, progressive, woke propaganda and goes out and commits this type of horrendous act. There's just something about this that just rubs me the wrong way. Like I don't understand. Like these liberals know that they are responsible for this one. They know this one is theirs. This is why now they're either trying to remain quiet or be real politically correct when they're on camera. Because y'all know, man, y'all radicalizing these kids out here is crazy. Like, and then these people are so deranged, they can't even take the time to get on TV and say, like, this is wrong, y'all. Every time they're asked a question about this assassination, they sit up here like trying to blame the victim. Like, and what's crazy, it is because it stays on message to them because they are victim blamers and victimizers and all the victims, everything. That's what them people are. But it's crazy because it's so deranged, man, that an act like this, man, can be politicized. But that's the level of their derangement. I'm talking about, listen, y'all. Like the liberal worldview is so founded on such an evil fallacy. And that fallacy being victimhood. Like that's such a evil and weak place. That's such an evil and weak thing to have as your foundation. Because it leaves a hole open for all types of chaos and malice to enter into your psyche. If you feel like you're the victim, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have a problem doing any victimizing. Like that shit just leads to so many evil principalities entering one psyche and one ego. Like you can't do better in life thinking you're the victim. It drives people towards doing horrendous acts, evil acts like this. And then if you have a psyche or a worldview based on this fallacy of victimhood, you're going to respond to this tragedy the way that these liberals are responding to this tragedy. Like, for example, like they don't even want to believe the evidence. They keep saying there's no evidence that this guy was radicalized by liberal ideas. But oh, yes, there is. And if there's any doubt in any of your mind, I'm gonna let the governor of Utah explain to them what they found on the evidence that they recovered. Check it out, y'all.
Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this?" ? Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" ! Catch! Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay,
Guys,
LMAO."
Why don't you guys realize how demonic you guys' worldview is? How anti-American, like you guys hate America. And you guys even willing to stoop, and then you guys even willing to stoop this level of justifying these type of acts. Like, like, look at the senator from Massachusetts response to a CNN reporter asking him about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Yeah, look at this guy's response.
About where this violence is coming from. Of extremist violent attacks in America, extremist violent murders, 76% are from right-wing extremists, 4% are from left-wing extremists. I condemn that 4%, but we also need to be honest about, as a nation, about where this violence is coming from. And oh, by the way, it's probably an appropriate time to talk about guns too. You hear a lot of conservatives saying, hey, the only thing we need to do here is get more guns on the street. That's not going to solve this problem. That's going to make it worse.
Now listen to this idiot. Like, how deranged do you got to be to respond to the assassination of an American patriot? Charlie never did nothing but serve his God, his country, and his family, and his community. What about that warrants me dying? What about that offends you so much that you find it justifiable for me to be unalived? Like, you people, POV is so distorted and so evil that y'all can't even crawl from up under it. That's how consumed by this evil you guys are. Like, y'all, I don't even think there's no hope. Like, y'all are brainwashed. And in the midst of that, man, you guys are committing atrocious acts. An assassination attempt on our president, an assassination of a dear American patriot, Charlie Kirk. And yes, I said dear American patriot. Most definitely was a comrade of mine. And I don't care what you black folk think about me as a black man saying that. I couldn't wait to meet that brother, man, and join in this alliance, man, to bringing common sense back to America. Great leader, great voice. Mr. Kirk, you're going to be missed dearly by not just your fellow white Americans, by some of us true black American patriots down here too. What's crazy about this, you people don't even realize y'all just didn't assassinate a person. Y'all attempted to assassinate the truth. Y'all attempted to assassinate American values. And the reason why I say y'all attempted to, because y'all ain't unalived none of them. We're going to maintain our American principles. We're going to maintain our American spirit. And we're going to do it above all else under the influence and the guidance of God and our constitutional and our obligations to our family and our community. Y'all ain't did nothing but re-energized us. That's all. You guys didn't kill this movement. You guys woke this movement up. Because now we see what you guys are capable of. Now we're seeing the level of destruction you guys are willing to enact. Just so y'all can destroy this country. And it's crazy, man. Because out of all this crap, what you're going to always have is some liberal black folk, some liberal brainwashed lunatic loser black celebrity, or some so-called thought leader get on these platforms and embarrass us as a black community. And if y'all don't know who I'm talking about y'all beloved liberal loser, D.L. Hughley and his gay comrade, Don Lemon. Check these idiots out.
The outrage from the right. And look, again, nobody is saying that, oh my gosh, we're happy that this happened to Charlie Kirk. It should, nobody, I don't believe in political violence. However, the right is saying, well, this is war. And you liberals are killers.
What was it when the one congresswoman was murdered along with her husband in Minnesota and another congressman? See, because here's the thing. Now, they bantering the word assassination around. Charlie Kirk was not a political figure. I mean, he might have been influential to political figures. He wasn't a political figure. He wasn't assassinated. He was shot. He was shot. And that's unfortunate. Unfortunately, that happens to far too many people. But those other two congressmen, they were political figures, and they were shot because of their political beliefs.
This is what I mean by the level of lunacy these people possess. Like, how in one breath you're gonna say, well, Charlie Kirk was just a man killed. He wasn't assassinated because because the two political figures in Minnesota was a political assassination because they was killed for their political views. This is exactly why Charlie Kirk is gone. Because of his political views, not because he harmed anyone. The man, when he never even disrespected anyone. Even in the debate with black folk, all he did was ask real, true questions. Like, can you please explain to me why black folk were doing better post-civil rights? And you people mad because it's a true, honest question that anybody that we should be asking ourselves, and we won't. And if you're saying that Charlie Kirk assassination wasn't a political assassination, then you wrong, bro. Because if you say his wasn't a political assassination, you got to say Martin Luther King's wasn't a political assassination. You got to say Malcolm X's wasn't a political assassination. You got to say all these people who y'all been saying been politically assassinated forever is not wasn't politically assassinated. So you got to hold on to this level of idioticracy and just admit that y'all lunacy is getting out of control. That the rhetoric and the propaganda needs to stop. There should not be an anti-American movement within the black community when the black community is fucking American. There should be a pro-American movement within the black community. Like, it don't make no sense, y'all. Let's continue.
I certainly don't believe a young man, 31 years old, should have lost his life. But Charlie Kirk was a horrible human being.
A horrible human being. For disagreeing with you, bro? For disagreeing with you? You calling him horrible? The guy who shot him, the guy y'all radicalized, is horrible. The people who are radicalizing these sick people, you guys, you liberal intellectuals, you Marxists, you people are responsible for this. You people Seriously, like you people are the evil people. Like it's crazy.
He said horribly incendiary thing. As a matter of fact, he died. The very last words he spoke were basically putting the onus of gun violence on gangs, which is a synonym for synonymous with black people. He blamed the very way he died was lying about black people with
Just for some context here, y'all. The guy asked the question about transgender violence. And Kirk leaned back about what you mean by violence. You mean gang violence? And that's when he leaned back and was unalived. Charlie Clip said nothing about or made no remark towards nothing about black violence. See, this is what I mean when I say they so obviously stupid. Because, brother, if the man says gang violence, it doesn't mean that he's talking about black people. You think that black people are the only one in gangs? Like, and then to do something goes against your whole ideology of, oh, now we culture blaming or race blaming. Now, that's what I'm saying. Y'all sound like idiots. Because now basically you're saying that all black people are in gangs because he never made no reference to black. He made a reference to gang. And the fact that you said that that's synonymous with being black is me telling me you think that all gangs are black people. So you are the horrible person. And then to go even so far, let's assume that he was making reference to black folks when he said the gang violence. Once again, he telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Like, why don't nobody want to pay attention to truth no more? Like, this is what happens to truth. Truth gets assassinated. Like, but no one's accepting that, man, because the lie is disgusting. No, son, you was not a girl. And you can't call yourself a girl and become a girl. The lie is too disgusting. No, black people, slavery is responsible for these terrible conditions you guys live in, not our liberal policies, not our victim policies, not these entitlement programs that we tell you we're going to give you $1,000 a month, and then what you have to do is subsidize your employment capabilities because you can't work a job. So you have to settle for $1,000 a month. You can't even strive to do better because you're attached to these entitlements. That's evil, man. That's destructive. It's you liberals. Stop, man. Let's go, yeah.
his last breath. It's interesting. He wasn't killed in New York or LA, or he wasn't killed in Baltimore or any of the cities that they constantly hold up as whipping boy. He was killed in one of the whitest places on earth, and by someone that looked like him. You can tell. Let me tell you something. You know who it was because you know who it wasn't. When three words let you know when the black guy, Utah and at large. So I think it is a shame that such a young man was capable of such acrimony and vile speak. It was that's the saddest part to me.
Now, y'all, look how the idiots ends that. It's so sad that somebody had to die with so much evilness and acrimony. That's the sad part to me. The sad part is that you didn't agree with him. It wasn't the sad part that this brother has been senselessly murdered, assassinated. That's not sad to you. That his daughter and son no longer have a father. They can no longer create memories with their father. All they have now is stories. His wife no longer to build and see the next phase of their life together. Gone, stolen, taken. Why? Because he offered an alternative opinion? That's it, brother. That's the evil that this brother is accused of? Telling the truth? Come on, bro, man. Stop spreading this evil around, y'all. Please, y'all, stop doing it, man. We are seeing too many examples of the deadly results. I'm telling you, man, we need to get these liberal ideas and pull them up by the roots and toss them the hell up out this country. That's how serious we should be taking this matter, man. And with that, y'all, I digress, man, because I really didn't want to do a video on this because I don't even like seeing like I'm clout chasing on somebody on some tragedy like this. But I just heard too much politics being injected into it, so I figured I had to say something. Then I heard that the guy got caught, so of course that made it make more sense to me because I figured I can report on that because that was great news. Great news. We got this deranged lunatic off of our streets, endangering any more of our great American patriots, y'all. That is good news, y'all. And listen, man, if y'all got an opinion on this, man, y'all can easily get in my comments and talk to me about it, man. I would love and appreciate y'all responding to any video I make, man. Get in the comments, man. Tell me you like it. Tell me you don't. Tell me what I need to work on. Tell me what I need to focus on next. Just give me some advice, y'all. We in this together, man. We starting this conversation, man. We keeping this common sense revolution alive. And we most definitely, man, reaffirming it and confirming it, and we doubling down on it. Ain't no cowards here, you liberal losers. No cowards here. We're doubling down. We're saving our country. We're doubling down. So y'all, all right, y'all, with that, I digress, y'all. Listen, man, if any one of y'all got any value out this video, man, you know what your boy gonna always request from you, man. Do me a good favor, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. Hit that subscribe button, man, so we can grow this channel, so we can grow this conversation, man. And right now, it's needed more than ever, y'all. It's needed more than ever. It's like every video I'm making, man, I'm making it about a tragedy, man. Like this conversation is needed more than ever, man. So I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys listening to me, man. And until next time, man, y'all know my slogan, man. Stay out your body. Reside in your spirit, y'all. It's where your potential at. Until next time, y'all. Peace, my beloveds.